You guys want to hear a very good story? I was recently told by a Dota 2 player that he thought that there was basically nothing he could change about his gameplay. In fact, he said that when he saw his teammates playing his heroes, he realized that they didn't know what they were doing, so it's GG. Frankly, if I'm not that high MMR, right, this player is Ancient 4 support, Legend 3 core, and he played core this game, I would expect you not to know how to play your hero either. Because frankly, you're a support player and you're playing mid. I really don't know what's going through people's heads. Why is everyone being just so above themselves? Guys, you are where you are for a reason. I don't care what you think in that regard, because frankly, it's either mechanical, mentality. Actually, that's the main two. It's frankly comes down to one of those, right? Or just, obviously it's usually a combination of the two. Of course, it doesn't just lean one way or the other. But really, I want to say in this video, guys, I'm going to be looking at this replay. How can you tell me that there's nothing you could do better? Look at your own game and just look at basic numbers. You don't even need to know macro strategy. Everyone's telling me and talking about oh, what do we do when the enemy team stacks for Alk in the jungle? Well, first off, you could beat him in the lane and then so you can just run at him in the jungle, or you could just ward his jungle. Frankly, I don't even care. Why talk about macro strategy? Just learn how to get better CS, shove in lanes better, and then play for pickoffs, which is what Skywrath Mage is just extremely good at. I don't know why everyone's overthinking Dota. If you're trying to get better, stop overthinking Dota. It's a hard game, but you need to make it simple if you want to gain MMR. That's really how you need to think about it. I'm trying to make Dota as simple as possible. If I'm playing Dragonite, why am I ganking every single 5 minutes, right? My hero is meant to take towers, and I'm just running around not getting any towers. You're just trying to stun people. How does that work? I've seen people do this. It doesn't make any sense.
The mid lane role is for star players, which is why at gameleap.com we designed an in-depth course teaching you every trick and concepts pro players abuse to crush the middle lane. There's no better role than mid to solo carry your ranked games, so hit the discount link in the description below to unlock your unfair advantage with GameLeap.
So first things first, I really wish you would contest these CS under tower. I'm glad that you got the range creep. But look guys, when you're playing a mid laner and you're trying to contest these creeps, what you want to do is you want to walk to the right side of the creeps consistently. You push the wave in, right? You want to walk to the right side, because if you are auto-attacking here, the tower will aggro to you because you're too close. So what you do is you wrap around to here, and then you can start denying these creeps, because you need to contest that. You need to contest that. You contest this one, which is great, and then you back, right? And well, you can back around here, kind of like in a little loop-de-loop here. And that's it. That's it. I don't know what else you're doing. I need to see you contesting these creeps right now. The fact that he just got 2 for free is meh. It's very mad in my opinion. I need at least an auto attack animation to make this guy panic. When you were trying to win the mid lane and improve as a Dota player, need to look at the little things. Why didn't you contest those 2 creeps? There's no good reason. So don't, you can't come up with one, right? And you just missed that range creep. But if you can't come up with a good reason for why you're not doing certain things, then there is no good reason and you need to fix it for the next game. Now here, you're going pretty aggressive on the Alk. I think it's fairly reasonable. Your movement in general is kind of mediocre. Dude, how do you I'm sorry that I sound irritated. I hear this over and over again from a gajillion different people telling me that they can't figure out why they're not going up in MMR. Do you watch your own laning stage? I'm actually curious. Did you watch your own laning stage? How in the world do you let a range creep get denied by an alchemist when you're a hero with 2 nukes? You have 2 nukes, and it gets denied by an alchemist. How is that possible? Let's look at the CS right now. You're losing, right? And that's not unbelievably shocking. You beat him later on. That's typically when Sky wins his lanes. But at the same time, if you're trying to get better, that is unacceptable. It's frankly unacceptable. Did Alk just deny an illusion run? Did I just see that? No way. Excuse me? Hello? That is one of the best runes in the game. It is it's basically a DD that allows you to stack 2 camps at a time. You can either use it to lane and just dominate your lane, or you can use it to stack. I really hope that was a misclick, but my brain just collapsed. I am... Woo! Also, coming into this point, I noticed that you did not purchase an item called Healing Salve. I'm going to read the description off in case you guys mid laners don't know what it does. It grants 50 HP regen to the target for 8 seconds. Now, that's a total of 400 HP. That is some quick math. Yes, guys, I did actually attend schooling. And as a result, it is a good item because it allows you to have 400 more HP than your opponent, especially if they don't buy one, which he did not. And as a result, if you purchased one and more mangoes throughout this laning stage, you would be able to potentially dominate your laning opponent, right? And simply if you bought better items and auto-attacked him more when buying those items, you actually could dominate this alchemist in lane, which would be absolutely fantastic. However, you don't do that. Now, you're going to rely on killing him later on. I'm going to assume he makes some mistake, approaching the lane when you're level 6 or whatever and you burst them, because that's typically how you get your kills in this bracket. It's not necessarily based off you making an outplay. It's usually them making a mistake, which frankly is not a good thing. All right, you get a haste. I'm cool with this bottom gank. I don't, kind of weird to put away your null talismans like that. You should just drop them on the ground, considering you were about to gank. But whatever. Overall, pretty solid. This feels like an overcommitment. That was a complete waste of mana. Sure, you zone the Wind Ranger a bit, but very mediocre. I feel like I don't know really what's going on at this point, but all I'm going to say is that you have 18 CS of 5 minutes, meaning you missed around 30 to 40% of CS in the lane. Meaning you could become 30 to 40% better when playing Dota. Where are you going? Oh, what in the world is this? Like, I like when people tell me that they make space, and this is what they do. Oh, okay, man. Oh, okay, you made space? Is this a space? Nice gank, bro. Like, nice gank. Sure, you wouldn't want to push in mid first, and then you're going to complain as if your jug should have seen the shackle shot coming. Like, oh, okay. Sure, man. It's definitely not like, if you watch a Weehaw replay, you definitely see him making a play like that over and over again. For sure, dude. I'm sorry that I'm being so sarcastic. It is obviously a joke to some extent, guys, but I'm serious. If you watch Weehaw play mid, you will notice that what he very often does is he'll only gank if it's either based upon bounty runes, haste, or like a specific overextension from the enemy team. Let's say they're like hardcore diving, he'll TP in. But you don't just casually TP like that. What's the problem with TPing like that? What's the major issue? You can't go back to mid. You can't TP back to mid. In addition, it costs you 75 mana and 50 gold for, you know, another TP, which matters, of course, in the long term. And you didn't get the kill because they can see you coming because you're approaching from the front. It's just bad. That was just awful. And like, now you're being toxic? Like, actually, I just want to, like, what is, good lord, dude, you just complain. Like, keep complaining and stay in your bracket. I've come to terms with the idea that, like, not everyone can go up just because of their mentality. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, players will mess up a gank, and that will be strictly their fault, right? Like, you have 24 CS, you have, you know, no clarities right now. Your gank was, great kill, man. But, like, how do you just start well playing your team? Unless that was a joke. If this is solo queue, that's not... Yeah, okay. This is solo queue, so there's no way that was positive. Right? And the funny thing is, okay, this is actually hilarious. And it's a problem, and it's something you guys need to fix. When I was talking to him in the Discord, he was specifically harsh on Jug, right? Specifically harsh on Jug. And do you see how people get fixated on one thing? Gets shackle-shotted, wants to Juggernaut based off an awful gank that he started, and all of a sudden, the whole game is Juggernaut's fault. Yeah, okay. Sure, man. Like, there's clearly nothing you could have done better, and it's the Juggernaut is the only reason you lost, right? Like, sure, this guy is not good at Dota, okay? He's probably on the same level as you, around the same level, right? I mean, hey, look, your CS is very close, so sounds about right. But I see a major issue going on right now that also you are consistently out of mana. I understand that that is partially an issue with Skywrath Mage, but there are ways to sustain this. Lucky regen rune, we'll see what you do with it. Okay, I mean, it's fine. That felt like an overcommitment of your ulti. I feel like he was already dead. I mean, all you needed was one more bolt. You were getting glimpse, so it's excusable, but just be careful, guys. You know, when you're a hero like Skywrath with mana problems, you want to make sure that you're really, you know, not completely overcommitting your spells. Good gank. This is a good movement into the jungle. I'm glad that, you know, you make that rotation onto the Alk with the Zeus. I think that's actually really, really good. It's something you guys should be considering more. When you're playing any sort of space creator, you want to figure out, like, okay, who can I make plays with, and what do I need to make plays, right? So there, he might not have gone the Alk kill without the Zeus, or, you know, whatever it was, the Disruptor kill earlier. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me right now, but obviously, like, making plays with teammates is actually really, really good. So you want to identify who you work well with, and really put that into play. I see people just making solo plays all the time. Guys, it doesn't work. You don't see that in the pro scene. You don't see Abed just 1v5ing every single game. It just does not happen. So at this point, this is an abysmal TP. Dude, why do you play like this, actually? Even if you get this kill, which would be just sad because Wind Ranger's reaction time is that of a tortoise. Like, how does she not see you TP in? So she gets rid of the wind run. She can see the TP. She sees you here, and why is she not running away? Okay, she runs away now. Okay, yeah, that was the Jug's fault, huh? Was that the Jug's fault? Is that the Jug's fault, man? Oh yeah, you're gonna spam ping? That's the Jug's fault? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why are you TPing in like this? Go watch one of Weehaw's replay. Send me an example of any time where he TPs in like that. Yes, they happen, but it's usually based off a very, like, set circumstance, right? It's not just random like this. You just TP'd bottom. Did you even look? Did you even look before TPing? I actually don't even know. Maybe you did. I'm not really certain. I guess we'll have to check. Okay, you did. I mean, not really. Like, you just saw that someone was low HP and TP'd because, like, frankly, you're very kill-oriented, which is how most players are in Dota, and it's frankly, like, kind of a meh way to play. I don't see how that's Jug's fault, though. I really don't. I really don't. I see how it's your fault from just making like a stupid TP instead of going to push out mid and then being able to rotate. Because if you go push out mid, what's really nice about pushing out mid? You can go bottom, you can go to top or bottom very easily, right? But if you walk bottom, then the only real option you have is to either continue pressuring bottom or walk to mid. Which, like, I mean, it's obvious, right? When you're mid, you have two options, so you're more elusive. Being elusive is very important. You're actually just an awful human being. How do you just, like, every single time your teammates mess up, you just flame them? Oh yeah, it's SEA. SEA is such a bad server. No, you're just a bad human being, clearly. Like, I have no problem calling you out, because I hate when people make excuses, and then you acted like you were the victim of this game. Oh, okay, man. You have 43 CS at 1143. You've made multiple poor TPs to the bottom lane, and your spellcasting is... It's like a 6 out of 10. Alright, so you get your Atos, and we're going to see what you do. We're going to see once again, the space creation play. Oh, I love this, man. Wind Ranger is just completely out of control, and she's most likely going to snowball this game. You wouldn't want to shut down the Alk or something like that, or gank Ember Spirit, right? The level 10 Ember Spirit. Why would you do this? You can kill anyone on the map right now, and you should know that, considering, you know, you're picking Skywrath Mage. What is the purpose of killing this guy? Oh, nice space, dude. You really opened up the map with the Wind Ranger kill. You know, like, whoop-de-doo. Like, what does this even do? Just go gank someone useful, and if you gank the Ember top, then you can get a follow-up kill onto the Disruptor that will most likely TP in to save him, and then continue going on from there. I can just tell how kill-oriented you are, and that's okay on Skywrath Mage, sometimes. This looks fairly good, actually. Oh, that was extremely bad. I don't know what you were thinking. I'm going to do a reaction time check, see if you need to improve on your reaction time. So he gets stunned, so he's ultied clearly, and you still click your W. Like, the Q is fine, right? The Q is fine, but the W is, like, inexcusable. I mean, you need to work on your reaction time. I don't know how you'd really improve that. Maybe you should go play some sports or something. I have no idea, but, like, just keep it in mind. But in all seriousness, I really would like to just see you play around mid more. If you're a mid player and you're trying to figure out, like, what should I be taking out of this, hopefully you've gotten some points about, like, TPs that I have issues with and some other stuff. But really, what I'm trying to say is, like, even though you're 5-0-3, it doesn't mean you're playing well. Like, I want to make that clear. Just because your score looks good doesn't mean you're doing well, frankly. It does not. You need to look at pros and really try to analyze, like, why their movements typically have more impact than others. And it's not like they're flawless, right? Pros can go 0-3, but still have more impact than you. As weird as that might sound. But once again, like, pushing out mid, it's just huge because it's going to allow you to have, like, consistent impact and reliable impact, as well as keep your farm up and be able to rotate quickly just based on movement, which is nice, right? Because you can then work together with the Nyx Assassin, as this is a very good gank. Unfortunately, got the deny, but that was a generally good gank. Like, that's cool, and that's only because you're mid. You can move very quickly out of mid. This TP is a bit weird. You're dead? Yeah, you're dead. Rip. Chink. And, yeah, I think you just weren't paying enough attention to the map there. I mean, like, that's one of those things where it's like, oh, I didn't see the Ember coming. Yeah, I mean, it's really as simple as that. You died there because you just weren't good enough at looking at the map. I said this in the last video, and I'm going to say it again here because I was really not inspired by it, but I thought it was, like, just really good. And obviously, Notel is a 2-time TI winner. What he said was, if you want to gain MMR, become friends with your minimap, like best friends. I actually can't watch a stream, and I think there was some Ice 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 clip where he said this too, and I like to tell this to a lot of people because I think it's just crucial. There's an Ice 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 clip where he was like, oh, I can't watch a stream if the minimap is blocked. And I'm the same way, guys. I actually can't watch it. If the minimap is blocked, like, my brain just collapses because I can't look at Dota and play Dota without a minimap. It's just like a whole different game. It's just blind. It's like I'm playing blind Dota. I'm very serious about that. So if you don't have that feeling, I would start thinking about that. Am I looking at the minimap enough? Because if I can watch a stream and just be fully entertained and feel like I'm fully grasping the game by looking at strictly what's on the screen, you're not looking at Dota correctly. The minimap is incredible. It's the best way to learn how to just become the god of Dota. And I'm going to end the video there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my flaming of, what's this player's name? 22? I hope you're not 22 years old and still acting like that, but regardless, GG, good luck next, and peace, guys.
Are you tired of being hard stuck at your rank? Over at gameleap.com, we have a library of hundreds of guides authored by pro players and coaches covering literally every aspect of Dota. Whether you're looking to master a new hero or role, or just polish up your existing skills, GameLeap is the proven place for competitive gamers to hone their craft and unlock their secret potential. Hit the link on screen right now, to take advantage of our special offer for a 25% discount, guys. 25%, and start your journey today.